Sarina Bellissimo is in studio. Sarina,
how you doing, Fionn?
We're going to talk films. We're going to talk 3 kind of interesting releases this week.
It's a good week.
It is a good week, is it?
Yeah.
More
you
often,
doubt it, don't you?
Yeah, well, because let's be honest, most weeks if they have a good film, you're kind of going, okay, great.
Well, we're leading up to Oscar time though, so this is traditionally the time
they stagger the releases for this. Okay.
But now joining me in studio to review the film is Sarina Bellissimo, who also interviewed Martin Freeman. How's it going, Sarina?
I'm good. How are you getting into the Christmas spirit?
I am. I'm starting to feel it now.
Yeah.
I'm starting to really get into it. I know people go, come on.
Come on. We're close enough to December now.
Yeah.
And the nights are dark enough. So
I love Christmas.
Yeah, no, I must admit, I'm starting to become a bit of a convert to the winter Christmas.
You've done all your shopping, Sarina, haven't you?
I woke up this morning and did the end of my shopping this morning.
You're a bloke.
I am so a bloke. Christmas shopping is now finally complete at 3:30.
3:30, that's good. And you've done all your wrapping?
No, have to go home and do my wrapping.
Are you a good gift buyer?
I am a good gift buyer. I'm a last-minute gift buyer, so I do well under pressure.
Yeah, but when I say good gift buyer, I mean, because the good gift buyer puts a lot of thought into it and gets that perfect thing that even they didn't know they wanted. But when they unwrap it on Christmas Day, they go, oh, that's brilliant.
I'm not as good as Brian, I must admit.
Right.
Brian is fantastic. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I think people generally like what I get for them.
Sounds like a fairly weak justification.
But I also give the gift receipt. So I'm a very considerate.
You have to do that, yeah.
So they can exchange.
And would you be, when Brian's buying for you then, would there be a period of hinting going on your
Not
part?
at all.
Is he sussing you out?
No, he's actually quite good. I don't know what I want until after Christmas.
Right.
Yeah, so he's quite good.
What's
like
the best present he ever gave you? Other than marrying you, obviously.
Actually,
wow, don't laugh too heartily at that one.
For my 30th, he surprised me with it was a very early present. He gave me a trip to Paris. We're on holidays here from Australia, visiting for Christmas.
Yeah.
And at Christmas time, he gave me a book, and it was a Paris book, and then he took me to Paris. That's probably my favourite present.
Caroline had a total girly response to that. Total girly, involuntary girly response, despite herself. Well, that's nice.
So I must admit, I had no idea. He gave me a guidebook, and I went, oh, this is nice. He's giving me a Paris guidebook. Lovely. And then he went, no, we're actually going to
there,
Paris.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sometime in the future, when you pay for it.
My favourite, Alan Carr.
What?
Yes, the chatty man himself makes a cameo. He plays, he's the critic that reviews these plays. His job is to go around and review the Christmas plays.
Great.
He's fabulous. He plays, he really takes the mickey out of himself. Like, he plays this critic who's constantly eating, and he's just hilarious. He plays Patrick Burns. So he's not in it for long enough, but when he is...
He's a real standout.
He stands out. But the real standouts in this are the little kids.
Okay.
They were fantastic. And usually I go into these things going, oh, God. Yeah, those sickly, sweet kids. Mm-hmm. Nah, they were...
This worked.
Yeah, it really did, because they weren't... in American movies, the kids, even if they're trying to play down-and-out kids, there's still something really slick about them. These kids, there was nothing slick about them.
Okay.
They were affable, they were lovable, they were fun. There were bits where they were auditioning for the nativity scene, and they had like an X Factor style panel.
Oh, brilliant.
And some of the acts that they were doing, I'm not going to ruin it for you guys, but some of the acts that they were putting on were so inappropriate. And then others were just so funny, and it works. The kids are the definite highlight in this.
Sherlock Holmes does gangster. There's lots of great action sequences in this. Sometimes the plot does get a bit thin, and sometimes the action sequences do drag for a bit too long, making it that little bit farcical. But, you just let that slide, because it's a fun movie. It's something that the lads are going to love.
The lads will love it because of the action drama.
And I loved it
because of the 2 male leads. I'll just go weak at the knees.
Do you know what? And I have to say, Jude Law, I'm not usually a fan of Jude Law. This is his best performance in a long time. And Robert Downey Jr., he is buff. He's a really buff Sherlock Holmes.
I think he's been working on that, though, for quite some time.
Well,
he deliberately buffed himself up. And, he gave up drinking. That probably helped a lot for Iron Man. Yeah,
and he's got Iron Man 2 as well, that's coming out in the summer.
So he needs to be in shape.
Yeah.
Is it funny?
In parts, and that's all to do with the chemistry between Holmes and Watson. The bickering old couple is where the humour lies, and then when they're not on the screen, it's all about the action. And
just because that kind of film can't really take itself too seriously, and if it does, then it becomes a cartoon.
Exactly, and he doesn't.
Yeah,
and that's why I think Guy Ritchie was the perfect guy to direct this. He took it away from the stereotype that everybody knows, you know, and brought it into Guy Ritchie's world. If you're not a fan of Guy Ritchie, maybe stay away, especially if you're, you know, a true fan of Sherlock Holmes. I don't think you'll enjoy this. But everybody else, it's fun. Go in there just for a bit of fun.